Greetings to all the people of all places and of all types. Another ZenBox Forte. This week, we're going to go to June 3rd of 2023. So let's go back to Oshwog Hall. We're going to go back to see the EEPG meeting with Richard Law. Hey, let's see what Richard can share with us and what he can show with us. Let's do it. I am back. The East End Photographers Group in Springs, in the town of East Hampton. And it's spring. It is, you're not going to believe this. It's already June. June 3rd, 2023. So, I am Zenbach, and you are?
Richard Law.
Richard, we are here at Oshwog Hall. Yeah, there we go. And it is the East End Photography Group.
That's right.
All right.
One of our annual shows. Another one coming up in August in Watermill. But every year we look forward to the show.
And this is a spring show in the month of spring.
You could say that.
Yeah, so it's a spring show in Springs, but in the township of East Hampton.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I had to get all that in.
You got it.
Okay. I want to talk to you about this.
Okay.
What do you call this here?
We call it Second Sun.
There's two suns.
Correct.
Okay. And am I looking at rust?
You're looking at rust from...
I like rust.
This is a flashing from a window. This is the window sill. And when I replaced those in my house, which was turn of the century, I decided to save it. And I created a frame. I knew I wanted to make a frame. And then the flashing came in, but I didn't have an image for it. So the frame preceded the image.
Okay, but not the dimensions. That was just whatever you were going to get.
I just made a frame because I made a frame.
Okay, so you had a frame, and then you had to fill it with an image.
And then I started thinking about images, and I had been. This is a COVID image. This came out of COVID.
Okay.
And in COVID, it was the cold winter, and I saw this coming through the trees, and then I wanted to feel like optimistic.
Right.
So I created the Second Sun. I felt like I needed a boost.
Okay. All right.
And then the picture sat for 2 years. I did nothing with it.
Right.
And then I started placing the frame on top of photographs. And more recently, I was, I don't know, some media thing was talking about planets that have two moons and stuff like that.
Right.
I started thinking what it would be like if we had two suns.
Right.
Like a sunrise and a sunset at the same time. I know it's crazy.
No, it's not. No, I'm known in the sci-fi world as a Vulcan. That's the Zenbach.
Got it.
So I've seen my share of two suns.
All right.
Or 2 or 3 moons.
So it just, when I laid the frame on top of that, it just talked to me, and I said, okay. And then I printed this in dimension for the frame and tried it again, and there we have it. It's on the wall.
Okay, well, I want to talk to you about it. I have close-up pictures that I will put this into. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get out of the camera with you.
Okay.
But I'm going to point to things.
All right.
Whether you guys can catch this or not, and we'll get a close-up on this in a minute or two, there is I'm not going to touch it, but there's a depth between the flashing.
Correct.
And then there's the depth of the woods, what it would be, siding?
No, these were the,
molding.
Window treatment, I
Window treatment, all right. So we have depth, and we have, I'm trying to think of the word they would use on an antique show, but we have the older paint. I don't know what you would call
it's that. Just layered paint. You can see where it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. You know, but the whole point of it is that there's a beauty within it, and
I think I don't mean to interrupt, but there's a beauty that was created that had nothing to do with. I was just fortunate to see it, right?
But that's the point.
Yeah.
You saw it to use, and another person, and we talk off camera on this, you and I see a value in certain things and how to use it. Other people would not. It would be in a barrel burned or something.
That's true.
And not you and I. We would think about what would it look good for and how we would. I didn't even like to say recycle, because this is not a recycle. This is a new identity.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. More recently, had been following an artist, met him in Sag Harbor, Nathan Joseph, and he does. I don't know what to call it. Pigments on steel, and part of his thing was causing rust, and that was front and center. So I incorporated some of that. That influenced me. I don't know. I didn't know what to say. It just.
I guess the word I was looking for before was patina.
Okay.
I heard that word always on these antique shows. Look at the patina on something.
That I don't.
Yeah, I know. Well, when they talk about the changes in the aging of something, so it becomes that. All right, I really appreciate this.
So so we have this level, we have this level, we have space. Then I tried to create more depth in the photograph so that the photo is receding away.
All right, I appreciate it. We have a good interview. We're just in a bad spot. Everybody here is, this happens to me all the time.
You'll have to do some cutaways, my friend.
Well, I'm not worried about that. So if the focus is changing in and out, I can't help that.
Okay.
All right, this is all you have here?
I have two other pieces on another wall.
We're going to go to another wall because I want to check this out.
Okay.
We are in another location, and we are now looking. I'm not sure what we're looking at.
We're looking at the fog on the bay in East Quogue.
Okay, so this on the bottom is off the water.
This is the reflection. There's your horizon line coming across.
Okay.
The top is the sky, and the bottom is the reflection.
Okay, I get it. What time of day would this be
This
at?
would be at about 5 p.m. The sun is kind of going down. You're looking west.
Okay.
And although it doesn't look foggy here, it was a dense fog when I took the photograph.
All right.
Unexpected fog late in the afternoon. I
So
don't
you
see that often.
You're in the right place at the right time.
It's true.
With a camera.
I always carry a camera.
There we go. I like that. And of course, I'm a blues guy, and the dominant color, folks, blues. Now I saw some wood there, so I know you're into houses, and we might have something over there that might be something with a house.
Let's go for it.
And
But
so
this one, I did this one more recently, and it was the influence to complete the other one.
Okay.
Just by the way.
Okay.
I don't know why they were both talking to me together.
The talking to is very important in this field, because without that, it's mundane
I don't know.
pictures. It just doesn't
I
mean
just
anything.
saw them as team.
Yeah, no, I get that. So we're going to go to the house.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm going to move. Okay, we would think about homes and old homes and siding and all. And so I think this is a 1940s house or 50s is a giveaway here. So give me what you got and how, and the camera. I want to go over that.
I always considered this to be a turn of the century home, Southampton.
Okay.
I was working for the local Hamptons magazine at the time, and I saw this as a street photographer just going down the street, and it was Bicentennial New York. People were putting out their flags, very Americana kind of feeling, and I saw this gentleman and asked if I could take his picture.
Now, this would have, you said, shot as a slide?
It's color slide film,
Okay.
Ektachrome,
Ektachrome.
ASA 400 or so.
All right. Would this be a standard lens, or do you do something like a zoom or
No, this is
a 1/4?
50 millimeter. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. People like to know these things, these technical things, you know. And
So this, I don't know, stayed in my archives forever. I've always liked it. We've been printing stuff for a planned exhibition next in the fall or something, and my girlfriend said, "You got to include the flag." And she goes, "You got to include the flag." So I printed it up. I didn't know it would sustain such a
Yeah.
large print, and we liked it, and here it is.
For many years, I photographed artwork of a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. He sold the originals for $200 or so. I sold in the frame, the color prints in a very cheaper frame for like $200 to $250. He kept the originals, and I had a company that would do the 16 by 20s after we had the color thing on. Reasonable. I used to get them done out of state. But the point is that blowing things up is an issue. In his stuff, the resolution was
Correct,
a big deal.
yeah.
You know, but they told me to go with the slides, color slides at a low SA for postcards because of color saturation.
That would be Kodachrome.
Right. So I'm just saying, this is today, these younger guys, a lot of them are digital cameras.
Absolutely.
They don't know anything about what we're talking about. We're in another world.
Now it's ISO.
ISO.
Same thing. Resolution, but
I guess anybody out there would get an idea that we are a little over 20. A little bit, you know. And I tell everybody this, I mean this, I learned this from my pal John Zackerley. All right? We are not getting older. They are getting younger.
okay.
Just remember that.
All right.
All right. So you have these three on exhibition.
I do.
All right. And you're going to have more for me next year?
I hope so.
All right. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about my work.
I traveled a few months ago. On April 2nd, I went to Katie's of Smithtown. And I'm going to show you another clip from Shecky and the Twangtones. Here's 25 miles.
25 miles to go. But I got a woman
Movie trailers. Yeah, I have one for this show. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now this is kind of interesting. There's all kinds of cool things in this. So let's check it out.
Unthinkable, but it must be true. A man took some tools and went where no human being had ever set foot. Alone. Went into the interior of the earth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is James Mason. Come along with Pat Boone and me, Arlene Dole, Diane Baker, and Gertrude the Duck, and discover sights and sounds and wonders no living man has ever witnessed before, filmed in the incomparable magic of CinemaScope. We'll take our leave of civilization on the bleak, barren wastes of Iceland, peer in awe at the bottomless crater of an uncharted volcano, make the perilous descent into the unknown. You'll pioneer with us through countless miles of trackless labyrinths, discover huge subterranean caverns never beheld by human eye, become lost in the weird underground maze. You'll find yourself engulfed in grotesque, petrified jungles, marvel at the fantastically beautiful quartz grotto, tumble into cascading salt beds, escape from hissing steam caves, behold the staggering underground ocean. You'll encounter breathtaking dangers beyond belief, here at the center of the earth.
Stop. Fair warning. You'll never find your companions or your way out. You need me as much as I need you. Stop and come back.
While we're at the movie theaters, we can hit that amazing snack bar. And maybe we can be watching some nature videos from the movie theater days. Oh, those crazy nature shots, so exciting. And maybe a snack at that snack bar. Or more likely, raid your home refrigerator. Hey, let's check it out. okay, I want to wish everyone whatever it is that you do. And I hope you do it well. And I hope you do it with many. And enjoy what you do. Hey, I try to. All right, that's the program. I'll see you next program. Hey, beam me out.